Okay, let's continue. So, in school, teach him it is far honorable to fail than to cheat. What? The parent is asking the teacher to make him feel so it is okay to become fail than to cheat, right? So, if you become failed, so what will you do? You will feel sad, right? So, not to be sad, what will you do? Yes, will cheat. But the father is reminding the teacher or requesting the teacher, it is far honorable to fail than to cheat. Let him fail, no issues, no problem. But let him not cheat. So we see in our classes that there are some students who always cheat the teacher and they win the examination or and they pass, right? But being a father, he says it is far honorable to fail. It's okay, it's good to fail than to cheat. Cheating is the worst part of life. So that's why he says you don't cheat, but you fail. You fail in your exam, no problem. But don't cheat. Teach him to have faith in his own ideas, even if everyone tells him they are wrong. Yes, we should have our own ideas and we should exhibit before others. But when we have exhibited before others, they say that a few members they say that is wrong. But let you have faith in your own idea. Abraham Lincoln says that let his son have faith in his own ideas even when others have said that it is wrong. So, dear children, the same is applicable to you too. It is not only Abraham Lincoln's letter to his son's teacher, it is the letter of every parent here. So, that is why, who is that son? That son is you. The son or daughter is you here. So, it is applicable to you. So, you have to understand it. Teach him to have faith in his own ideas. You try to have faith in your own ideas. First of all, you form your own ideas, and then even others say that it is wrong. Don't worry about that. Form your ideas and present it. Whether they say it's wrong or right, don't worry about that. Whether it is wrong or right, nothing to worry, nothing to worry much more about that. But have confidence in you. Teach him to be gentle with gentle and tough with tough. Okay, children. So in this part, teach him to have faith in his own ideas. From he will have to learn to, even if everyone tells him they are wrong. If you have any confusions in these lines, please raise your hand so that I could solve your doubts. Okay, fine. If you have understood, raise your hands now. If you have understood. Okay, almost all have understood. So let us move on to the next part. Teach him to be gentle with gentle and tough with tough. Try to give my son the strength not to follow the crowd when everyone is getting on bandwagon. Teach him to be gentle with gentle. Yes, we must behave in the same way with others as we are treated by them. For example, if a gentle person has treated me gently, let me be gentle with him. So that's what the writer says. That's what the poet Abraham Lincoln says. Teach him to be gentle, my dear teacher. Teach my son to be gentle. With whom? With a tough personality? No, with a person who is very gentle. And tough with tough. If the person is tough, if somebody is cruel in his nature, and if he is treating you cruelly, don't be gentle with him. You too treat him cruelly. So that's what he says, gentle with gentle and tough with tough. Be tough to the person who is tough. We must not be soft and smooth with those who treats us in a tough way. Try to give my son, dear teacher, try to give my son the strength not to follow the crowd. Why he shouldn't follow the crowd? Actually, crowd might be interested in doing some, usually in doing something wrong. So when everyone is getting on the bandwagon, so what is meant by bandwagon? Any popular or fashionable activity. When a crowd is following some fashionable activity, if Abraham Lincoln's son joins that, what happens? He will learn the same. He will learn the same manner what they do, right? He will also follow them. So that's why, please make him to not to follow the crowd when everyone is getting on the bandwagon, when everyone is following some fashionable activity. Stop him to not to join the crowd. That's he says. Teach him to listen to all men, but teach him also to filter all he hears on a screen of truth. Yes, children, teach him to listen to all men. We must listen to all. Do we listen to all? No. Many times we don't pay much more attention to the words of others. First, we should learn to listen to everyone, all men in the sense, every person, every people. So, all the people, whatever they speak, we have to listen to them. But teach him also to filter all he hears. We hear good things and bad things, but on a screen of truth, we should filter it. So when water is dirty, what will you do? Before drinking, we will put it into the water filter. The worst part, whatever mixed in the water, will be filtered and you will get the fresh water later, right? So likewise, in our life, we have to pay attention to the words of the people. We should we should listen to the men or the people of the world, but we should not take everything for granted. We have to filter it on the screen of truth and take only the good that comes through. Yes, there is good and bad. Whatever we hear will not be good for every time, right? So what we should take We should take the best one. We should take the good one from there. Teach him, if you can, how to laugh when he is sad. Arre, can we laugh when we are sad? Yes, of course, we can laugh. Actually, life is with positive and negative ideas. As I have said you earlier, as I have told you earlier, life is totally the mixture of positive and negativity, right? So, what we should take, person has the capacity, person has the ability to look at both. So, when you have the capacity to look at both good and bad, choose the best one. Why do you go with the worst part? Choose the best. At the same time, when you are choosing that best, feel happy. Don't be sad. So that try to laugh when you are sad. If you are sad too much, your life becomes worse. So try to laugh so that you will have that happiness and you will come out of that sadness. Teach him there is no shame in tears. Teach him to scoff at sins. Yes, there are people, some people they think that shedding tears is the worst part of life. But when you are sad, cry, cry out. Shed your tears. Feel free. Teach him to scoff. What the teacher has to teach? The teacher has to teach to scoff or neglect at cynics means a person who has a low opinion of most people and most things. You have seen such people in your society or in your class or in your neighborhood, right? So some people who look others, always they will have the low opinion. So when those people come before you, they say, that person, he's the worst one here. That one, oh, he is more worse than him. What about that fellow who is speaking there? Now you have understood how is he, right? So he has the low opinion on all. He is not having any good opinion on anyone. If such person or if such people come before you, just neglect them. Don't pay much more attention towards them. So that's what he says to the teacher. He requests the teacher, let him scoff at cynics. Let him neglect those cynics. And to beware of too much sweetness. Shouldn't we be sweet? We should be. But too much sweetness is not good. Right? Consuming lots of sugar, what does it mean? Yes, you know that. Yeah, that's why we must be very careful. Some people speak sweetly to get some help, right? They speak so sweetly because they are in need of you. So that's why they speak to you very sweetly. One of a sudden, don't believe them, and don't be too sweet to such people. Teach him to sell his brawn and brain to the highest bidders. Brawn means muscular strength. Bidder means one who offers to buy something at an auction. But actually, so when you have gone to choose a job with the help of your knowledge and energy, try to choose the job which pays you the highest, not the lowest. Teach him to close his ears to a howling mob. What is meant by this? A mob. So what mob can do? Mob can be very effective in influencing, not to be bad and yeah, to be bad. So influencing to be bad and wrong, right? Mob makes us or influence us to be bad and to be wrong. So what should we do? Should we listen to the words of that howling mob? No. I'm sorry, I left one statement there, but never put a price tag on his soul. I'm sorry for that. The previous line, but never to put a price tag on his soul. That means his son shouldn't be a corrupt one. He shouldn't get corrupted. He shouldn't compromise with others on values, right? On the basis of values, he shouldn't get compromised with others just for just to be a corrupt one. He shouldn't go beyond that, right? He shouldn't forget the moral values. He should respect the moral values. He shouldn't get corrupted. So that is what, never to put a price tag on his soul. Then, yeah, close his ears to a howling mob. So when a howling mob, when a mob is there which howls, let him close his ears. That is the best way. And to stand and fight if he thinks he is right. If something is right, let him fight. Let him not come out from that. Let him fight for that if it is right. Treat him gently. Yes, he is my son. Try to teach him very gently. But do not cuddle him. Why? What is meant by cuddle? To hold close to the body. Oh, my dear son, my dear daughter, like this. Some teachers they do. They catch hold of you and they say, "Oh, you are my son, no, you're my daughter. Lovable." No need. Especially here in this lesson, Abraham Lincoln is the president, right? So please don't treat my son as the son of the president. Now I'm just a parent. So don't catch hold of him very close to your body. That means don't love him too much. What should you do? Because only the test of fire makes fine steel. Yes, steel becomes very strong when it is passed out or when it passes through fire, right? So that the steel becomes very strong. Likewise, my son should not be cuddled by you. Treat him gently, okay? Let him be treated gently, but he should not be cuddled by you. Let him have the courage to be impatient. Right? He should be impatient. He's saying, why? Yes, there are some things which cannot be accepted. We can't accept everything. If such cases are there, let him be impatient and let him reject those ideas which are opponent to him, which are not good to him. That's what he says there. Let him have the courage to be impatient. Let him be impatient. No worries. Let him have the patience to be brave. Yes, to be brave, let him have the patience. Teach him always to have sublime faith in himself. My dear children, the last part, the concluding part we have reached here, the climax. Teach him always to have sublime faith in himself, because then he will have sublime faith in mankind. This is a big order. What the writer says, teach him always, teach my son always to have sublime faith, means the supreme happiness. Sorry, supreme faith. Sublime means supreme. So he should have the supreme faith in himself, because if he has supreme faith in himself, if you have supreme faith in yourself, then you will have sublime faith. That means then he will have, Abraham Lincoln's son will have faith or supreme faith or sublime faith in mankind, the human species, right? Yes, we should have sublime faith in ourselves first, on ourselves. Then we can have that faith in the mankind. This is a big order. So here, Abraham Lincoln wanted his son to be a gentleman. He wanted to make his son a confident one, confident boy. So that's why he said, Let him have faith in himself first, so that he will have that faith, the supreme faith or sublime faith in mankind. This is a big order. Children, is that an order? No. Actually, this is a big order in the sense whatever the moral values he has given before are somewhat easy to teach. But having sublime faith in himself and having sublime faith in mankind is really the biggest and difficult task for a teacher and for everyone. So that is why he concentrates much more on sublime faith in himself and sublime faith in mankind. And finally, being a parent, not being the president of United States of America, being a father, being a lovable father, finally he says, see, those words are so touchy. But see what you can do. Your dear teacher, whatever you can do, you just try it. He is such a fine fellow, my son. He is my son, my dear teacher. He is such a fine fellow. He is an innocent one. You mold him. You mold him to be a gentleman. That's the greatest confidence which Abraham Lincoln had there while writing this letter on his teacher, right? So that's the greatest confidence he had on his son's teacher. So finally, what we can understand, every student, each and every student should inculcate all these values in life. The teachers will teach, but getting insight, following that is in the hands of children. So whether you follow or not, that is left to you. Finally, completely in the whole poem, we can have that politeness, the polite request of being a father, Abraham Lincoln, to the teacher, right? He respects the teacher a lot, and with polite request and with lots of respect, he writes this letter to his son's teacher. Here, the poem ends. Now, if there are any confusions, you can raise your hands. Yes, Neha R. Neha R. You
Hi,
have
sir.
yeah, have you have raised your hand? Any doubt in that?
No, sir, by mistake.
Okay. Have you understood the poem?
Yes, sir.
So, which is the big order Abraham Lincoln asks his teacher to give or to teach? Neha R. He says the big order. What is the big order here? The greatest value. Neha, I'm asking you only. Neha, Neha, you are not there. No problem. I will get the answer from Neeraj. Neeraj Bongale. Neeraj Bongale, please answer. Which is the big order? Huh?
Sublime faith in mankind. Sublime faith in mankind.
Yes, exactly. Very good, Neeraj. Sublime faith in himself and sublime faith in mankind. Karthik. Karthik Hegde. Karthik Hegde.
Sir.
Have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Which value you have liked the most in this poem? Anyone. You choose anyone which you liked a lot.
Politeness.
Which one?
Politeness.
No, not like that. There are values, the values are listed there, So, like, for every scoundrel, there is a hero. That for every selfish
Be
politician.
honest.
Huh?
Be honest.
Choose any statement. I'm not asking like that. I'm not asking generally. Textually, I'm asking.
Huh? Hmm.
Okay.
That all men are
Huh,
that
right.
all men are not true.
Have you ever felt it?
ಅವ್ರು ನಾ ಹೇಳೋದ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತು. ಹಾ ಹಾ ಓಕೆ
Yes,
ಓಕೆ
sir.
Yeah, Neha.
ಹಾ ನಾನ್
Neha, just wait for me. Neha, whatever you said, I did not hear here. So that's why I'll ask you again. Just wait. Karthik, you like that, right? Have you ever felt it? All men are not
Yes,
just,
sir.
all men are not true.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, Neha. Now tell me, Neha. Neha or Hegde. Are you able to hear me?
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್.
Okay, fine. Which value you have liked the most in this poem? Which value has become the closest to your heart now? Which one you have liked the most? What happened, Neha?
ಸರ್
Yes. Are you really there?
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್.
Choose any statement which you have liked there. Don't you have the textbook there before you?
ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸರ್.
Yeah, then please choose any one which you have liked the most. Just say it. What happened? Buana?
No.
Buana?
Sir,
Yes. Which statement
sir,
you have liked?
sir, in every enemy there is a friend.
Have you ever felt it?
Yeah, sir.
Okay, fine.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, now Neha will respond me. Neha, you are taking too much of time.
ಹಾ ಸರ್.
Yes. Yeah, answer me now, quickly. No answer by the end of Neha. Soumya Bhatt. Soumya Bhatt.
हाँ सर.
Yeah. Which value you have liked the most? I will sum up the lesson. Sum up the poem very soon. Please answer it soon.
That a dollar earned is of far more value than 5 pounds.
Yes. Have you got that money which you have found sometimes on the road?
हाँ सर.
Okay. So which one you have liked? That one. That a dollar earned is of far more value than 5 pound. Okay, children. Thank you so much. If anybody is okay, still 5 minutes or more. I have time. I have time with me. Now, Tejas Bhatt is there. Tejas Bhatt, which you have, which statement or which value you have like the most? Tejas, exit, exited. ST. Tejas Bhatt got exit. Hmm. Sumukh,
हाँ सर.
have you clearly understood the poem?
sir.
Yeah, what's your opinion after learning this poem? Or which value you have liked the most?
Teach him if you can how to laugh when he is sad.
When he is sad, right?
Sad. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, fine. Huh? Okay, fine. Fine, children. Now I'm going to sum up the poem. So we'll forward the question answers very soon as possible. Take 5 minutes rest and then come back. Hindi class will be there. Join the class after 5 minutes. Use the same link. As of now, 32. Earlier, 55 were there. 55.